Today, we're diving into an important topic: sexual compatibility, and why sex before marriage is not just harmful, but also goes against God's design. A lot of people ask, is it necessary, really necessary, to wait until marriage? Let's talk about it. One of the biggest arguments out there is about sexual compatibility. The idea that you need to test things out before marriage to see if you're compatible. But here's the thing: if you've never had sex before, how would you even know what good or bad sex is? What are you comparing it to? You're walking into something brand new, and that's the way God intended it to be. And let's be real, if sex before marriage was necessary to know compatibility, then no one would be married to a virgin. Sex is not a sin, otherwise none of us would be here. God designed sex to be more than just physical pleasure. It's meant to be an intimate connection, a bond between husband and wife that goes beyond the physical and becomes emotional and spiritual. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians 6 that sex outside of marriage is a sin because it's meant to be experienced in the sacred context of a committed relationship. Testing compatibility before marriage may seem logical to some, but in reality, it often leads to emotional baggage, guilt, and even insecurity. When you compare past experiences to your spouse, it creates unnecessary tension. True compatibility isn't about comparing past relationships. It's about growing together in love, trust, and communication after you're married. Sex before marriage isn't just a rule to follow. It's about protecting our hearts and relationships. God wants to shield us from the emotional pain and confusion, which is why He calls us to wait. The true beauty of sex is discovered when it's shared in the commitment of marriage, where both partners are learning and growing together. So, the next time someone brings up the need to test sexual compatibility, remind them that if you've never had sex, how can you possibly know what works or doesn't? God's plan for sex isn't a rule. It's a gift that protects us and brings us closer to our future spouse. Sex before marriage is a sin, not because it's about breaking rules, but because it takes away from the deeper connection God designed for us.